Good morning. I'm going to do a flip of my cards, my artist trading cards for the month of June. There was a challenge on Art Joy of Sharing to do one artist trading card a day for the whole month of June, and I completed it. Yay, me! And I actually love this challenge. It's the second year in a row I've done it, and it's really a great way to get out of whatever stuck place you're in art, because it reminds you, oh, I could do this, oh, I could do that, oh, I could do it. So yeah, I really like this challenge, and I'm going to go through my cards. I will see how long it takes me. I may speed it up afterwards, but for right now, we're just going to go talking through it. All right, so there's my first one. This is a little stamp that my cousin gave me, and it says on it, I am only talking about my own story, my dream. And I just think it's really important to remember that, don't be looking at other people's art and say, I want to, I want to do that, or I want to be that. Just be who you are. All right, so some of these I've posted and some of them I have not. Here's my friend Vicky's favorite, and because she likes to doodle. I had a fun time doing that too, putting the spiral on top of the triangles. That was great. This is one that I cut out of a MasterCard, a master board that I also have a video of me making. And yeah, I really, yeah, I like that board. And you can see the kind of metallic sheen in there. Still looking nice. And it says hope on it, but it's very light. Because, sometimes hope is hard to find. Seashells. I think you can see that one is on actually a piece of the makeup sponge that you usually use for daubing with paint. I didn't have any of those foam spacer things that people use for their cards, but so yeah. Beethoven. And I call this one Courage, because I can't imagine anything more courageous than this man making, writing out music when he couldn't hear anymore. Spring. This is a little piece of napkin, which has been collaged on here, and then the highlights and the shadows have been increased with pen. Yeah, mostly pen. And then, of course, the little butterfly on top of cut out of a sticker. There's something from my friend Gina Ahrens. This was a what do you call them? Cutout thingies. I don't have one of those machines. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, you guys all do. And yeah, so I bought that from her, and I thought it was so cute. So I added the word emerge. This one is a fun one because this is a sticker from Gina. Gina B. Ahrens, but I found this download that I had taken from, I think, from Mike Deacon, but they seem to be like a precise match for the other half of the butterfly. So I cut out this butterfly and I put it down. Embrace change. Butterflies and change, it's always a thing. Yeah. Here's one I think I'll call Lotus. I've been saving these little, excuse me, these little petally things. And I just stuck it in there on a piece of, just tucked underneath a piece of deli paper with the paint on it. And I must have been in quite a mood. I found this little guy knocking around with his bat, looking very menacing. But yeah, I think I was in that mood. Like, just don't get in my way today. I don't know about you, but I get those moods. And yeah, this one I didn't think was very successful, although maybe stamping on top of some music paper that had metallic paint on it, copper paint. This one too, I wasn't too overjoyed with how it turned out. This little piece is another thing from Gina. Yeah, she has a whole set of what she calls small arts. Is that camera focusing on there? Darn. Oops, one. Right side up, wrong side up. I don't think there's right side and wrong side on these things. So deli paper with paint on it as a background, and then this was out of a coloring book. And yeah, I really like seashells. You might figure that out if you follow me a little bit. There's a this is a building, and this was a roller thingy, a homemade roller thingy that I had worked about 3 times and then died. But I liked the metallic in it, and it kind of reminded me of the city. I think this one. There's another seashell. Just metallic, just pen outlining the stencil. Not, yeah, nothing else. And the background is deli paper with paint on it. I use that as mop-up. And here's one that I talked to you about this in the video I did of my ATCs this month. So if you want to know more about this process, you can go zip over there. I'll try and remember to put a link in the description box below. This one, yeah, I don't know. Needed some more work, I think. Wasn't finished. Yeah. Some days were like that, though. I like this one. This is Tim Holtz washi tape. And this little guy that I found somewhere. I can't even remember where. And this is a young comedian in Quebec. She's bright, and she's very funny. But I love her face. There's something very expressive about her face. I have a couple of things with her on it. This is watercolor stamps, a stamp, and then watercolored over it, and then paint, and then pen work over top of that. So, yeah, not sure if that's really successful or not. But always trying things, and that's part of why you do this challenge, is to try things. So there's a very loose, sketchy flowers. I really like this one. It's deli paper with paint on it, and then there's a napkin collaged over top, and then there's pen work on top of that. So yeah, it's odd. It's odd, I think, but I like it just the same. Here's another one of these purple ones that are, this one looks more finished. I think maybe I should go back and work on that other one. And I like this one. kind of drippy scar. Well, I did that kind of. Oh, that's just me. Sorry. Looked like it had gone dark, but it hadn't. Okay. Here's the one I like. This is a napkin. This is just a watercolor style napkin, and then this is a little watercolor out of a how to draw book, and this and then what I've written here is step back, because you know sometimes when we're working on something we get so focused in on one little area of it that we forget to step back and look at the whole, and we miss things, you know. We get things out of proportion, or you know, because we haven't stepped back. That's just my little message to myself. Step back. See where it's going. This was kind of a fun one. I think you can see that it's shiny. There we go. Started off the background for was the background of the packing material in a yeah, see here, packing material behind a set of brushes, and I really liked it. And then I put a stencil down on top of that, and then I added the texture paste, the shiny texture paste. Not texture paste, structure gel they call it. Mother of Pearl Structure Gel by Simplicity. Anyway, that's really nice stuff, and I've used it. Yeah, I like it. And I found this butterfly. This butterfly was on a card from you know, it's one of those giveaway cards. You know, like they give you a set of cards and they say please send us money, and there were 2 of these, and there were butterflies in different sizes, and on the envelope and on the card, and I have used them all. Yes, I like those butterflies. Besides, you know how you fix something in mixed media that's gone wrong? You stick a butterfly on it. That's how you fix it. Yep. So, here's a different one for me. This is a background. I think I picked it up from Carolyn Dubie, and I thought this little guy, who is a textured sticker, he's got a little bit of sparkle on him. I don't know. Can you see that he's off the? I hope so. Anyway, he's lifted off the card, and then there's this little bit of black lace, and I cut out a couple of pieces of black lace, and I stick those little pieces up there. Anyway, it's not my usual thing, but you know, I had fun doing it, so, and I thought it worked out. Now this one, people will say finished, some people will say not finished. I love this thing. This is the flushable wipes, which is what I use instead of baby wipes, because my husband did the money on it and said, you know, it's not worth buying the baby wipes. Besides that, I don't like baby wipes. They're too flimsy, at least the ones I've been buying. So these ones I like a lot. This is that, and India ink. I was playing with India ink, and I'll show you the other ones that I did with India ink. And this is what was, I was mopping it up, and I unfolded it, and it was so pretty. I just let it dry. So yeah, I just took the piece of it that I liked best and put it on the card, and I love that. That seems to me like a whole universe in there, you know. Anyway, I really like that. And it's soft. I mean, I think that's one of the fun things about it. That may be hard to see, but it's soft. It feels like, I don't know what. Well, it feels like cloth, you know? And this was a fun one. I had a piece of rice paper down to try a pen that I had bought. And was playing with it, and then I started working on other things, and it got all kinds of other stuff on it, including the India ink from the last one. And um, I had some magicals out, some mica pigment paints. They're not paint, but they're pigment powders. And so this had several different layers of stuff on it, and yeah. Okay, so okay, I'm weird. It doesn't have any butterflies on it, so I don't think there's a mistake because there's no butterflies. And here's one. This was an attempt at Barb Owens. Was doing what she called batik with wax paper, and she was putting black on the wax paper, and I did a wash of a kind of a yellow color, like a Naples yellow or something, and then I put it over a green background. So I don't know how easy that is to see, because on top of that I've put gold paint. But I put these little ducklings. There was a set of ducklings on a piece of paper in watercolor, and I just felt like, I was at the kind of the middle of the challenge, and I was thinking, I just gonna keep going. So it says, keep going. Just follow everybody else and keep going. So here's some stuff with that pigment, the India ink. And yeah, that's yeah, I really like this. This was it was very, I just kind of mopped up. Actually, I used a hand sanitizer, and so some of it to keep the ink from completely, like, immediately absorbing into the paper. And so I got a mottled look on the background. And then I took some of the strips of paper that I had from that I'd cut around this. And from that, yeah, paper on that I was working on, and I just kind of wove them together. So there's a piece under and there's a piece over, and and then I kind of made some shadows. Anyway, I really like that. I really, really, really like that. If that was, like, 4 feet by, 6 feet, yeah. Wouldn't you be happy with that? I would be. Okay, here's one. This one I call half-hearted. Anyway, so that's, it's basically the deli paper with paint on it, and then this is a gel print, red and gold, came out really nicely, and then some extra paint, and yeah, I like that one. And this was a guy it's not my art at all. It's a guy named Omar Ba, who had an exhibition at the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts. And it's fabric. His art is fabric. And it's amazing. These yellow bits may be hard to see, but they're actually look like anatomically correct hearts. Yeah, really, really like his stuff. And you can see this face poking through this stuff. This palm trees and hearts, and he's quite amazing. Anyway, I included him because he was inspirational for me. I didn't count him in my 30 though. And this is the last one I did. This is, I kept looking at the background of this, which was a piece of marble flooring, where it met a piece of travertine flooring. So the top part was the marble, and this is basically the original color here. And I thought, it kind of looks like the moon, but so I started to paint like that. So it looks like moon shine over a hill. I hope that's what it looks like. Anyway, that's my thing. I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked these, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for stopping by.